Chapter 2! My flag. That's what I hear. I just need to figure out how to get to my gun. Lost at Sea. Robert Throgmorton funded an expedition to discover the origin of the mass hysteria gripping Oakmont. The expedition was to explore the seabed near Oakmont. Redundant. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Albert Throgmorton was the only known survivor. He was subsequently murdered. I was hired to find any other expedition members, dead or alive. Throgmorton will be awaiting for my report in a manor in southern Old Grove. I got an email and I don't care. Okay.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brother.
My diary, part 1. I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. Only remember the screams and metal creaking, water filling the deck and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive, and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The officials said none of what I thought I'd seen was real. But my memories are true. My strange powers gained after the ordeal prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me. I got issues. A plea for help. Dear Mr. Reed, I understand you are a private eye that caught the murderer in the port. My life is in danger and I cannot trust anyone in this city. Please come to my room, which is just opposite of yours. I am in despair. My studies have drawn the attention of vile forces. They stalk me and will take me soon. I've cast my lot and I'm aiming to and I'm beyond saving, but the 7 books must be saved at any cost. Even if I'm gone, find my notes there. This knowledge must not be lost, as it could be our kind's last hope for enlightenment. Please be the bearer of this light, for I have failed. All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream. Charles W. Reed.
Never again, they say. No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
I can change my code? Oh. Let's do it. Oh, doesn't he look handsome? Raids of Innsmouthers. The number of attacks on the Innsmouth immigrants have increased. Raids are intensifying with more and more Innsmouthers exposed to abuse and assault. Sometimes whole families are found dead in their houses. Police are on the case with several illegal Innsmouther businesses captured and their owners sent to jail. The city ought to have been cleaned of these fish-faced scum long ago. Flesh-faced, said Robert Throgmorton, head of the Throgmorton Grand family. I regret only one thing. It all started too late. Had we not neglected our civic duties, my son Albert would still be with us. Yeah. Note from J. Vandenberg. Mr. Reed, it seems that you have overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for my audacity, but I brought you here to Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, this is nasty. Oh, so nasty.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Stealing! Tome in the ruins. Local women were talking about a ruined house in central Coverside, near the radio tower of the crossing of Landing Avenue and Kingsport Street. They said the ghost of the house owner and his family still read the unholy book they kept. Several newcomers who tried to settle in those ruins have gone mad. Dun, dun, dun. Book in the bank. Talking with locals is never easy, but this old chap was one of the clearest yet. He was happy to talk about the book, but only laughed when I proposed to buy it. I left it in the most guarded place of the city and paid enough to keep it there until the world ends. And if it is abandoned after the flood, even better. Ignorance is the best guardian. I'm guessing he meant the abandoned bank building in Northern Advent, on Forefathers Street between Haylog Street and Windhalf Street Avenue. Alas, it would be too dangerous to go there by myself. So many notes, so much reading. The Toma Mare. The fishermen talk of a place near the Blackwood Manor on the southern part of the Whisper Street, where meetings occur in the dead of night. The locals don't like this part of eastern Crimhaven Bay, because they seem to fear those who gather near the half-built ships. They see a certain book is read at these meetings, an cursed tome that makes people crave the sea's touch, and they go and drown themselves in the ocean. Fun! The one reading the book stands on the cursed boat that sinks in the fog. Those who saw it touch the shore have either gone mad or disappeared. I was able to read at the start, now I'm just stumbling over myself. Bewitched Tome. The local legends may be more than mere superstition. A dozen witches were hanged in a huge apple tree that still grows near the cider mill. Among these documents is a confession. One of the witches said the devil himself granted them a book with words of power. This book hides itself from the mortal eyes, waiting for the witches to be reborn and return to claim it. The witch who wrote this confession lived in eastern Reed Heights, somewhere north of the intersection of Communion Road and Museum Avenue. Could the book still be hidden there? I don't know. Oh, God. The Wheel Tome. I had a dream so real it still makes my hands shake. A huge Ferris wheel arose amidst the city. People got on and rode it higher and higher before jumping off at its peak. As the pile of corpses grew bigger, the crowd pushed me to the wheel. And then I saw a man with a leather bag. He was standing in the center of the wheel, reading from the book. His awful dirge was making the wheel rotate and dragging the crowd to their slaughter. Could this vision be real? I know we're a Ferris wheel at a park in Western Old Grove near Century Avenue and Beacon Street, but where could the book be? Oh God, waiting book. Building the church was his redemption. Day after day he worked without payment, carrying stones and putting them in the moist soil of Salvation Harbor. At night when he returned to the house behind the church he could not sleep. The book his ancestors brought across the ocean called. When the church was built, the priest found him hanged in the bell ropes, but the book is still waiting for someone to come and read it. His house is in central Salvation Harbor on the Old Church Road, between Seven Oaks Street and Windheim Street. Still has a bad fame and no one wants to live there even after the flood. Stealing! The hidden book. It took a lot of effort to track down the book. After being stolen from the Throgmorton Museum, it was bought by a local surgeon who was found dead in his house after the flood. I snuck in and checked out his place, but in vain. Still, there is somewhere else the tome may be. The private hospital in Western Reed Heights where the surgeon worked has been abandoned. Sometimes I think it's just weird writing. The archives say it is on Bourbon Road, between Innsmouth Road and Oak Street. Stop with all the road names! The nightmares. I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They are just men, the Yellow King's gang. They can't get here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares. A little longer and I'll figure them out. Is that everything? We good? Anything else you want me to, like, shove down my gullet? Oh, God. Keep it down. Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. The landlord.
The door won't budge.
Can I hit it? Can I beat it? Oh. I'm gonna pay for that, aren't I? Let's go upstairs first. Why not? Push, no. Push, no. Push. Ha. Ew. Stealing. Because there's nothing better than stealing. The lighthouse is out. Several ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing. But now there's an enterprise following at the city port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only the city wasn't so impossible to navigate. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. That's nice. Just stand up on that, we're cool. Okay, nothing in here. Downstairs! Here we go! Nothing like some good old-fashioned stair climbing to really get your glutes in the I was gonna say in the mood, but I was like, that's not quite what I'm trying to say.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
Yay! Bookies. I want all the bookies. Stealing! One would think at some point that this would not be appropriate for me to just be stealing. Like everything. What am I doing? I don't even know. Drinks! Rounds on me! Do you need dishes? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Anything for me to look at? Hello. Walter! Can't I help you if you hear you're peddling your cheap, affordable living again? I could live with you renting out beast-ridden flop houses, but you're cutting into my profit. Don't make that mistake. I know you're on Fish Market and have dangerous people living here that I can send after you. You become warned, Vic. Vic sounds like an asshole. That's okay. Darren, I think I'm finally starting to figure this out. Locals use signs to mark special places that you know already. Kind of like the secret signs hobos use all over the country. What I learned is that the tradition dates back to times well before the flood. I've been able to find out the meaning of some of them. You've seen the crooked H-shaped sign on doors around town. That means the house is inhabited. The crosshatch grid signs marks hidden catches of useful items. The V-shaped sign is for barricade dangerous places, good catch there, they say. Still haven't figured out all the spiral-shaped signs though. You'll have to investigate yourself. And if you see a sign with a cross and 3 Ks, reach for the gun. How do I reach for my gun anyway? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. Maybe that's it. Yeah.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Well, I think I looked at everything, sir, and I don't think there's anything else here for me to look at, unless I'm missing something, and I don't think I am. But, oh, hey, look. Okay. think I can go now. Maybe. Wasn't this pretty? Haha, okay, so where the fuck am I going? Oh, this place is huge. Oh, Lord. Oh, look at this. Ain't this just grand? Okay. This'll be fun. I hope I never have to race for my life in this. But you know at some point I'm going to. That's just how it goes, right? Okay, where am I? Jump. Yeah. Okay, maybe don't go here. I don't think my gun works yet. Okay, I don't think I should be here. Let's go to another port. Definitely not the port for me. See person over there, I go there. People better than monsters.
Look for your secrets and repent.
Extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
My volume? Its volume? Is it good now? Okay. I don't know what happened. I just had to touch the mic and it came back on, so it might have been a computer thingy. But thank you for letting me know.
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland.
Miss Bland.
Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our reader something more about yourself.
I'm a former Navy diver. Served on the USS Cyclops, and well, after the war, I found myself in Boston. I've been a private eye ever since.
Oh, a brave sailor. Well, I imagine you'll get accustomed to local life easily. We have plenty of water around here. Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
I think you're having some issues with your curtains over there, darling.
Currently, I'm tracking down the source of the psychic phenomenon that's been causing madness and visions all across the country.
Ah, yes. It affected people here, but we were much more concerned with the flood. Though Robert Throgmorton sent an expedition.
Yeah, and then hired me to find it. Ironic, don't you think?
I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know. See you later.
Alright, let's find that archive. Or we just attack her from behind. No, I'm just... Okay, I'm not gonna be that way. I'm a good person. Even though I'm like stealing from everyone in this goddamn place. You've got bullets, you've got gunpowder, well it's mine now. Even though I'm stealing it right in front of you. Hello, ma'am. I like your gloves. You seem like a nice lady. Ha, stealing! As I was saying. As I walk backwards out this door. Alright, archives. Archives. Things I can take. Things I can look at. Ooh. I see stuff. Nothing I can interact with, though. Okay, let's keep trying. Pointless, alright. Keep moving. Upstairs. Reality, I should be going downstairs. Ooh, a hole in the floor. Look at this. All the stuff. More stealing. Alright, so besides stealing, nothing up here. Okay, let's see. Back down we go. Oh, Is this... Wait. What? Toilet? Ah. Okay.
Stay safe.
Okay. Thanks. Map. Okay, so I don't go there, that is infested. What's this? What's this? So many places to go. Alright, so I guess we'll go to the police station next. Skip around, that was one hell of a barricade. It's a very stiff paper.
Hello, officer.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. If it ain't Charles Reed, the genius that cracked the case of Albert Throgmorton. Captain Caleb Lyons at your service. What can we simpletons do to assist you, Mr. Holmes?
Do you and I have a problem, officer?
No. Aside from making everyone in the Oakmont Police Department look like idiots, let me be
Jealous.
frank, newcomer. You ain't welcome. You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I, and I'll treat you like every other criminal here.
Okay. Well, can I use the police archive in the meantime?
You can, but only because of Mr. Throgmorton's patronage. And heed me well, you're on mighty thin ice, and I'll be under it when it breaks.
Go fuck yourself, sir. Choose evidence. What? I don't know what it wants me to do here, so I'll just leave. Okay. I feel like this is for something else.